Hey Greg, I thought I would make you a quick YouTube video on some of the issues that you had because I think writing back and forth gets to be maybe we were having a problem with communication. So I thought I'd go over a few things. I don't feel like I can actually fix your document in any way, but I can show you what I'm talking about so that you have a better understanding. When I come down and I'm looking at your document, I'm noticing that you're putting in your dots here, and um, then you get the situation where nothing lines up. So I'm hoping that you have your ruler set up like this. If you can't see it, you click on view up here and click on ruler to get that, and that's pretty much in all the different versions, even though I'm using 2013. And then when you want to get these to line up correctly, instead of having this in here, I'm going to just take that out, okay? And that's what you have. And basically what I want you to have in there instead is a tab. I'm going to turn on my show hide so you can see what I'm talking about. And in here I want to have a little bit of a tab, so I'm just going to put one little tab here. I know it doesn't seem to matter much, but basically what you're going to do then is you're going to take this and then you're going to go to your paragraph settings, and that's in this little button here, or you can right click and say paragraph. You come down here to tabs, and then let's say you want to have your numbers all at the 5.5 mark. So you come up to here and you put in 5.5, then you come down to the leader dots here and you click set, and then you click OK, and it automatically moves these and puts the periods in. Now I realize that you're going to have to fix some of this, but once you have it fixed, all you have to do is set it up this way, and it should continue as you go along. So instead of having this, I'm going to hit the tab key again. Same exact idea. Tabs, 5.5, to set, OK. And it's going to automatically line up here. Another thing I'm noticing is that you're putting in 5 spaces to indent to a location, and that is going to really offset some of your work because it won't line up correctly eventually. You won't be able to get it to line up. So it's much more important to put in a tab to move over to where you are. So I'm going to backspace this out and hit a tab. Now normally tabs are set up every ½ inch. But if you have a little L like this, this means that you have a tab in to a certain location. So if I hit the tab key, notice it's going to line up right here on this spot. Same thing for your B here. Notice that? That's much nicer looking than hitting the space bar, because spaces are going to be a percentage of pixels, and you're going to have a difficult time if you continue using the space bar. So you always want to use the tab key. Notice that here, if I grab this L and I move it, it moves the tab. So you can move those tabs to wherever you want or take them off all completely. I'm going to undo. Oops. So I bring it back to where it was. Here again, I'm going to take out all the periods that you had. Hit the tab key. That one went way over to the right, but I'm going to fix it by clicking on paragraphs, tabs. I want it at 5.5. Set and OK, and it'll line it up. So that's the issue with this. You will have some work to do to fix those, but I think now that I give you that demonstration, that'll help with that part of the outline and contents. Normally when I do a table of contents, I use my formatting bar to format things and make an automatic table of contents. So you're doing it by hand, whereas you could do it by using your formatting bar, which is up here for all of the different items, and it would automatically put in a table of contents. But I noticed that you were using a situation where you're doing an outline and a table of contents at the same time. So I think you might want to just continue doing your work that way. Okay, so that's one of the things. Another thing you mentioned in your questions, you have said that you are dealing with the formatting changing each time you're bringing in a chapter. And I guess my question to you is why you're not working on one document instead of multiple documents and trying to merge them together. So I would suggest to you that you work on one document and that you save it, and then if you send it to someone with notes, that's fine. Take the notes as a separate document and incorporate them into the work that you're currently doing. I'm not sure if that's how you work in thesis, in thesis area. I'm just a Microsoft Word expert. I'm not the thesis or APA formatting expert at all. So when I asked you about putting each chapter into a new section, the sections are invisible, the ones that I'm talking about. So if I'm clicking on this and I come down and I'm talking about chapter 1 versus chapter 2, you would put in a section break next, or section break continuous, and what that allows you to do is to work on the formatting in each section for depending on what you need it to be. It also helps with paging, number paging, and things like that. Okay, so that's what I meant by that. I would say please work in one document instead of trying to drag everything in each time. If that's not possible, then I think you're going to have to keep working on the formatting. When I was talking about this ruler bar here at the top, the bottom box here deals with your margins. This one here is your hanging indent, and this one at the top is the first line indent. And then you can also work with your tabs right here. Your tabs are over here at the left-hand side, and you can set tabs. So in other words, here I notice you have a little space there. You don't want that. And when you want to hit the indent, you want to bring over the top triangle. If you have a situation where you bring stuff over and it's messed up, all you have to do is select the paragraph and rechange. Now, if you're bringing things in with different types of formatting, like instead of trying to merge them in, if you're just copying and pasting, make sure that when you right-click and copy and paste something, for instance, if I were to add something right in here, and I were to right-click and we're going to paste something in, you have options in your paste options of keeping the source formatting, merging formatting, or text only. And so I would check to see how that formatting is going to come in, because that will give you some options for, and even if you actually were pasting, there would probably be one more option for use destination formatting. So by copying and pasting in and using your mouse key, you might be able to use the type of formatting that has your destination in there to fix that. I think I talked about that. At the bottom of your document, you have some section breaks. So if I come all the way down to the bottom and I want to get rid of these extra pages, I notice that you have some section breaks in here. Do you see that? Like that? So you need to get rid of those so that you can get rid of those extra pages. And the way that you do that, if I were just to hit backspace, it still leaves section break next page and leaves that page on. So that doesn't work very well. So I need to be able to get rid of it. So I click from the edge of your 110 and I am going to drag straight down all the way through this final, and I hit the delete key, and that takes at least one of them out. And let's see if I could do it again. And then it took the last one out. Okay, so you have to kind of grab it and drag straight down from your last page, your last part that you want, and drag straight down and delete those because you had some section break next pages in that. Okay, so I think I told you about that. Copy and paste, additional blank pages, indentations. I told you about the hyperlinks that you have to right-click those. I think I've talked about everything that you had in there. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Like I said, I can't really fix your document. My job doesn't really allow me enough time for that. I think you also were talking about inserting some pictures. You had some pictures that you were dealing with. So hang on, let me grab your set of pictures. As far as how you were going to put them into your paper, that is a Michaela question. I really don't know exactly how you would do that, but how you want them to look is something else. So if you want to put them in, I'll show you a little bit more about that. Now you've saved it as a PNG picture. I noticed that you also have one as a docs. I don't think you want to be importing a docs file into another file because I think you're going to have some issues there. But let's say you were down here in your appendix. I'm going to just add a new page. There we go. And we're on the next page and we're going to insert a picture. We click on Insert Pictures. I'm going to go to my downloads. And then I think it's the RQ2 and say Insert. Come on in. Hang on a second. Somebody's looking to come in. Oh, hi. I'm recording something. I'm just recording something on my computer.
Oh, just wait.
Okay. All right. So you click on Insert and then Picture for that PNG, and I think it works pretty well. What you have here then is where you could resize and change the document size a little bit if you wanted to go more landscape with this. Then you'd want to have a section break next page here and move this formatting to landscape so that you could see it a little bit better, because right now it's a little bit squished. But I would say that would probably be the best way to go with that. Okay, Greg, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions.